Today's video is for those of you who want to smell like a true gentleman but without breaking the bank at the same time. And I'm going to help you out with that. Today I'm going to show you 11 affordable fragrances that will make you smell like a true gentleman. Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to the channel guys, I hope that all of you are doing well. It's time for your daily dose of some fragrance content, and today, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you 11 affordable fragrances that will make you smell like a true gentleman. And the first fragrance that I've prepared for today's video comes from the brand of the Ouds collection, and it's called Dusk. And this is one of the highest quality clones of Parfum de Marly's Layton that you can get. It's slightly more expensive than some of the other scents that I'm going to show you in today's video, but it has superb quality. It smells very similar to Layton itself. Having the fruity sweetness of the original fragrance, having the vanilla sweetness, having the spices, the green touch, the ouds. This one though, to my nose, just feels maybe a tiny little bit more fruity than the original and a little bit sweeter. But again, it has superb quality, it comes very nicely packaged, the performance is here, the projection is here, and all that for a very reasonable price. Layton is a very classy smelling scent, and Dusk makes no difference. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Maison Alhambra, and it's called the Tux. And this of course is a clone of YSL Tuxedo, and to this day this remains a very nicely done clone of Tuxedo. It was probably the first clone of Tuxedo that got a lot of hype, and for a good reason. It has very good quality, it smells very similar to the original fragrance, and initially all that was for a very affordable price. Later on, when this fragrance started to pick up a lot of hype, prices went through the roof, availability was scarce, but nowadays I think that the demand for this one has settled down again and you can find it for a reasonable price. Just like Tuxedo, this relies on a hefty dose of patchouli, a note which is a signature note in the original fragrance. You get some spices, you get a rose note, you get a nice amount of vanillic sweetness, all around a very gentlemanly scent, the original one and the Tux from Maison Alhambra. It smells a little bit old school, has a kind of a barbershopy vibe, but it's a nice scent nonetheless. Good quality, decent performance, and all that for an affordable price tag. The next fragrance that I've prepared for today's video comes from the brand of Afnan, and it's called Turati Blue. And this, I think, to this day remains one of the best sellers for the brand of Afnan. This fragrance is very heavily inspired by Bulgari's Tiger. You can also think of this one as being very similar to Suspiro Vibrato. It's a very nice, very masculine scent that's super versatile. I really like the original one. I really like Turati Blue from Afnan. It has a very nice, very bright and at the same time sweet opening. You get a lot of citruses, you get a very nice juicy grapefruit note, you get quite a bit of ambery sweetness, you get some spices, you get some ouds, you get a nice amount of musk on the dry down. Again, a very masculine, a very gentlemanly with superb quality, just like almost any other fragrance from the brand of Afnan. Superb performance, and again, it's just a super versatile fragrance that you can wear throughout the year. Quality is good, great in fact, and the performance is very strong, and this remains a very nice gem from the brand of Afnan to this day. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Paris Corner, and it's called Aaria Intenso, part of the Emir line, and this one is a clone of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. You don't run into too many clones of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Mostly nowadays you'll get clones of the EDT and the EDP, but the Aaria Intenso actually is cloning the Parfum version. Again, just like with Turati Blue, Aaria Intenso is a very masculine fragrance that's super versatile, it's very easy to wear, it smells very classy just like the original one, and has a very nice quality. Also, the performance is no slouch either, and all around this was a surprisingly good find for me from the brand of Paris Corner. I still wonder to this day why not more people are talking about Aaria Intenso. I think this is a real gem from the brand of Paris Corner. Again, great quality, great performance, and all that for a very affordable price. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Al Wataniya, and it's called Cayenne Classic. And this is probably the highest regarded clone of none other than Dior Homme Intense. The original fragrance is one of my all-time most favorite scents, and Cayenne Classic is probably the closest thing that you can get to the current formulations of Dior Homme Intense. Just like the original, you get the strong lipsticky, waxy, powdery note, you'll get the musk, you'll get the pure, you get the cacao vibe, sort of the chocolatey cacao vibe that you get out of the original, some oods on the dry down. Again, a very, very classy scent. I really love the original. It's a very dressed up scent that works great in cold weather, as long as you're not afraid to wear something with a slight feminine vibe to it, thanks to that sweet and lipsticky powdery iris note. I think this is a real gem and remains a great fragrance to this day. People were hyping this one up a lot. I got it and I was instantly impressed, and I think this to this day remains one of the very best clones as a whole that you can get. Good quality, in fact very good quality, performance is very good, and all that for an affordable price tag. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Lattafa, and it feels in a way similar to Cayenne Classic and Your Homme Intense, and this one is called His Confession. Now apparently this fragrance is a clone of Black Tie from Celine. I've never tried the original one, but this also has a strong iris powdery note, and in a way this also smells similar to my nose to Givenchy Gentleman EDP, which on its own actually feels close to Your Homme Intense. Not super close, but still something in a similar style. This one again having a lipsticky powdery iris note in the opening, but this has some leather in it, just feels a little bit different, has some vanillic sweetness, and just all around feels quite a bit different, especially after the first few minutes compared to Cayenne Classic and Your Homme Intense. But again, smells very classy, very gentleman-y, and I really like Givenchy Gentleman EDP, and that fragrance has always been a great performer for me personally. And His Confession actually turned out to be a very long-lasting scent. Now the problem with this one is that it does not project very strongly, but the total longevity that this one gives me on skin and on clothes actually is quite impressive. Has very good quality, has a very interesting looking bottle, and all that for an affordable price. So if you're looking for something done in a similar style to Givenchy Gentleman EDP, and again you're not afraid to wear something with a powdery iris note in it, I think His Confession from Lattafa definitely deserves to be checked out and smells gentleman-y. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Armaf, and it's called Legacy, and this remains a very nice hidden gem from the brand of Armaf. Not too many people talk about this one nowadays, but this is a clone of Chanel Platinum Egoist. Now it doesn't feel like a one-to-one clone. This lacks a bit of the metallic vibe that you'll get out of the original fragrance, but nonetheless in the air smells quite similar. It has a slightly old school vibe as well, feels a little bit barbershoppy. It has some greenness, has a bit of spiciness. You'll find a bit of sweetness in it as well. Has a bit more of a mature vibe as well, but I think it really smells very, very nice in the air. It's a very aromatic type of scent, and I've always liked Legacy. And I think people to this day should talk more about Armaf Legacy. Quality is good, performance is actually quite good, at least on my bottle, and all that for to this day what is a very, very low price. The next one included in today's video comes from the brand of Hadash, and it's called Shiaka. Some people call it Shiaka for Men. This one has been heavily inspired by Reflection Men from Amouage. And in a way it's actually quite similar to Armaf Legacy, because it's something done in a similar style, a very a green feeling aromatic type of scent. This one though feeling a little bit greener and feeling a little bit cleaner. This has the note of neroli included, also feels a little bit more woody on the dry down, and that neroli note adds a bit of that sort of a clean sheet vibe to the scent itself. It's another very masculine scent that's super versatile, very easy to wear, smells very gentleman-y, has a bit of an old school vibe, and also definitely has a bit of a mature vibe, but has a very nice quality for what it offers. It will get you very close to a very expensive original scent that's highly regarded. So the next one included in today's video is Shiaka for Men from Hadash, and I'm going to finish off this video with a few suggestions from Fragance World and one of their sub-brands called French Avenue. The one from Fragance World that I've included in today's video is part of the Supreme L'Homme line, and it's called Supreme L'Homme Extreme. I could have easily included the other one that's simply called Supreme L'Homme in this one as well. Both of them are cloning Guerlain fragrances. In this case it's a L'Homme Ideal Extreme. The other one clones the original L'Homme Ideal. It's another very gentleman-y scent that has a bit of a fruity vibe to it. You get some leather, you get a bit of vanillic sweetness, some oats. Smells very, very nice. Again, smells very, very classy. Actually smells surprisingly good considering how cheap this one is. Now, it doesn't feel super close to the original fragrance, don't expect this, but still will get you similar vibes, and I think it's really worth being checked out. Quality is good, performance is good, especially when we talk about longevity. It doesn't project very strongly, but at least the total longevity is actually quite good. Supreme L'Homme Extreme from Fragance World. And the two fragrances that are from the brand of French Avenue, which is a sub-brand of Fragance World, are Lumiere Garçon, the first one. This one is a clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one Luminous Night. I have a few clones of Luminous Night, and this is the best one by far. It smells very, very similar to the original fragrance, which on its own smells quite different to pretty much everything else in the one line from Dolce & Gabbana. It has a bit of a Middle Eastern vibe. You get some sweetness, you get a bit of a green touch, some incense. There's the note of dates included in this one, which gives it an interesting vibe. Again, smells very gentlemanly. This one maybe feeling a little bit more youthful than some of the other choices that I've given you today. But also this can work as a great date night fragrance in my opinion. Quality is superb, presentation is really nice. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but still costs a fraction of the price of the original, which is quite hard to find and tend to be quite expensive. So if you're looking for a clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one Luminous Night, then definitely I think Lumiere Garçon is the best choice that you have. And the last fragrance that I've included in today's video again comes from the brand of French Avenue, and it's called Essence de Blanc or Essence de Blanche. I'm not too sure exactly how to pronounce the name of this one. This is a fragrance that's been heavily inspired by Louis Vuitton's imagination, but again, like some of the other things that I showed you here today, this doesn't feel like a straight up clone, more like an inspiration. It's another very versatile scent. This one having a bit of quite a strong green touch. There's a tea note in this one, which is quite strong in the beginning, in the opening of the fragrance. You will also get some citruses. You get a bit of neroli. You get some mint, which adds some ginger, some mint, adding a bit of freshness to the whole scent. On the dry down, it becomes a little bit woody and definitely becomes quite a bit spicy and quite a bit musky. And it's a very interesting scent. Initially, I wasn't a huge fan of this one, but the more I actually gave it time and wearings, the more I started to appreciate what this fragrance is doing. Again, feeling a little bit more mature, but having good quality and superb versatility. And the best thing out of all is that it's quite an affordable scent, one of the more affordable fragrances from French Avenue, and also has a very strong performance for what it is doing and the kind of a scent profile that it carries. So if you're not afraid to wear something with a green touch, with a tea note in it, then definitely check out Essence de Blanc or Essence de Blanche from French Avenue. So guys, in today's video I showed you 11 affordable fragrances that will make you smell like a true gentleman. I hope that you found this video interesting to watch. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me tomorrow for your daily dose of some fragrance content. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.